Hey guys, it's Greta here, ladies relationship coach, and today, my lovely ladies, I wanted to talk to you about how to get a man obsessed with you. Okay, so there were two things that I wanted to share with you today. One is admiration, and admiration is really important, guys. Love need, and the problem is that girls don't know how to fulfill it in a high value way. We usually fulfill a man's admiration in a dormant way, and it doesn't fulfill it, it turns a man off. So I'm going to share with you girls how to do it in the right way. And another thing that I wanted to share is one example of mixed signals that creates a bit of spice in a relationship. Okay, so how to give a man admiration so he starts to like you more and he sees that you are interested, but not in a pathetic sad way, in a kind of cool, wow, she's a cool girl, she's a challenge, and she's interested, or maybe she's not that interested, but I really like her, so I'm gonna go for her and find out more. Okay, so this is how you give admiration in a very bad way. You put a guy on a pedestal, you call him a king, you, whatever he says, you're like looking at him like, oh my god, you're a god. You give him crazy compliments, you go out of your way to please him, you try to impress him because you admire him so much. So this is what not to do, and this is what will put a man off instantly. Okay, if you're on a date with a guy and you are literally doing all of this, I like you so much, he is not gonna ask you out. He might have sex with you, but you're not going on a second date. It's as simple as that. It's too much, it's overwhelming, you're obsessed, you're the opposite of a challenge. It will put him off. Now, how to admire him in a high value way. So let's say you're doing things high value and he asks you out, he confirms the date is done in advance, it's not last minute, you show up on a date, you're nice, sweet, polite, you're enjoying the moment, if he's making you laugh, you're laughing, it's all good. But let's say there is a little problem, you don't have that much in common, right? So let's say if you're on a date with an athlete, I'll give you my example, right? So let's say I have athletic background, right? So if I'm on a date with a guy who's an athlete too, it's very easy to bond because you literally talk a little bit about your athletic background and you bond. So you can continue the conversation and you can explore it more, and you both end up admiring each other because you went through the same thing. It's very easy to connect and bond through this way, right? But let's say you're on a date with a guy where you're feeling the chemistry, you're attracted to each other, but there is not that much in common. So how do you admire him when you don't really have things in common with him? So let me give you my example again. Let's see, athlete background, let's see, and I'm going on a date with a guy who is into cars, right? He's got a car business, he's obsessed with it, he loves everything about it. I have no clue, I would not know where is like, I have no clue, girls, basically, seriously, I'm the worst with that, not really that interested, it's pretty, really, just like that, right? So I go on a date with a guy like this. And I say to him, oh, cool, so what are you into? What do you do? And he says like, well, I work with cars. The next question is like, do you like it? How did you got into that? So now you are making him speak about his passion, about his hobby. When he gives you more information, when you ask him more things from the information that you got about him, when you ask him more things, he gives you more information, and now he feels good at sharing it with you because he is talking about his passion. And you're asking him questions about his passion, you are interested. Okay, so he gets a chance to impress you, and he feels good because by asking him questions, you are giving him admiration. And by listening, genuinely listening, you are again admiring him. So he is feeling good and he's talking more. And then at the end of a conversation, because you're showing that you're interested, he might be like, oh my God, let me take you for a drive in my Ferrari. We can go here and there and all of that. So this is how you give a man admiration in a genuine way. At the end of it, when he shared, let's say, his story about passion and all of that, you say to him something like, wow, that's pretty cool, thanks for sharing. So again, you give him a compliment after it and you're thanking him for sharing. So you're showing appreciation. So if you're on a date and he is paying for the dinner, he's investing in you, and you are interested in what he's got to say, and then you give him appreciation for that information that he shared, straight away it makes him feel good. It makes him feel like a man. It stroked his ego. It fulfilled his love need, his admiration love need. However, ladies, the way I described it, I did not look sad or pathetic with it. He shares the information, you're interested, and that's it. After that, he still needs to ask you questions. After that, he still needs to take the lead, and you're just being responsive, you're enjoying the moment and all of that. After the date, he needs to text you first. He needs to ask you out again. He needs to initiate. Okay, so this is how you get him interested in you. You're being a challenge when you're spending time with him. You're interested in what he's got to say, you're enjoying the moment, you're smiling, all of that. But besides that, you're letting him to initiate. So you're basically showing that I'm a challenge, I value and respect myself, but at the same time I'm interested in you because when we are together we have a good time. Okay, so this is what guys really like, is having that right balance. You're not too dormity where you're like admiring him like crazy, or you're not too cold or too bitchy, not listening to his conversations, not engaging, not smiling. It's like entertain me. This is what doesn't work. It's the right type of balance is what works. Now, the other topic that I said I will mention to you, ladies, is mixed signals. The reason why mixed signals is good in a relationship, because it spices things up. Okay, every relationship needs a bit of spice. Like in life, we need to feel pain and pleasure. If we are only experiencing pleasure in a relationship, we're gonna get bored. If we only experiencing pain in a relationship, that's very unhealthy. Okay, so it's like it has to be the right amount of pain and pleasure. Okay, so let me give you one example. Make sure that you are doing this example though when you're in a relationship already and you're doing it with a guy, if you want to try it, with a guy who is confident, who's a bit more of an alpha. Try not to do it. I would not recommend doing it with nice guys, okay? Because if it's a nice guy and he's a little bit insecure and he's not that confident, it could be too much. I would not recommend it. But if you're dating a cool dude, it's good to spice things up and he will actually love it. It will keep him intrigued. Okay, so this is what you say. Let's say you have a boyfriend who's really handsome, he's hot, all of that. And he says to you, babe, what do you think? Like, do you like what I look like? Do you like my style? And you say to him, yeah, you're really hot. You're naturally really good looking. Like I'm sure girls like you because you are naturally really good looking. But it's really crazy because that's not my type. I'm more into kind of rough around the edge guys, like wearing really casual clothes and just pulling it off with jeans and just a simple top. And yeah, but yeah, like I still like you. I mean, it's all good. So you're kind of giving him a compliment, but you're also taking it away. Okay, so this is where you're giving him pain and pleasure. You're keeping him on his toes. So you're saying you're handsome, but you're not my type. But at the same time, everything is done in a relationship, because when you're in a relationship, you have a safe environment. So basically, you can say something like this because you're obviously with the guy because you're interested, you like him a lot, maybe because you love him. So it's okay to say something like this in a more safe environment. If you're doing it because it will create spice and it will keep a guy a bit more on his toes. But if you're doing it in an environment where you're just dating, it could be too much. I would not recommend it. I would just say just be a challenge, create the mystery. Mystery is a big power of seduction. Let him pursue you, enjoy the moment, and that's more than enough. If you will feel like he's bantering around with you, like he's giving you green light for a banter, then yes, you can drop something in like that. But guys, the cool guys, in the beginning, we are a bit careful with what we say to the girls that we like as well. So we hold things back too. Okay, so it's kind of like it's feeling the energy and going with it as well. Okay, so ladies, I hope you liked this video. If you liked this video, please press like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I post videos just like that 2 times a week, Wednesdays and Sundays. Also join my incredible Facebook group, which is called High Value Women. Ladies in there are in the same boat, learning how to be a woman of high value and bring out the best in their man. I share lots of my content there. Sometimes I do lives. Also join my Instagram, which is called Ladies Relationship Coach. I do lives there twice a week, answering your questions on the spot during the live. Girls love it. It's really, really good. So again, thank you so much for watching, and kisses from London.